guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another Halloween tutorial. I'm going to try and keep the intro short because all my other ones have been super long. But today I'm going to paint Austin's face. So yeah, let's just get into it. What I'm going to try and do today is like a skull makeup look with a little bit of special effects. So it's going to be like half skull, half his normal face with some like cuts on it. So what I did is I went to Superstore and got this super shitty quality special effects makeup. So there's like liquid latex, scar skin, and blood, and just bought some white makeup for his face. It's gonna be fun because I've never done this before. He has a beard that he wouldn't shave for this, so I don't really know how the paint's gonna take to that. So yeah, it's gonna be quite the challenging, fun experience. Are you ready? Okay, so next we're gonna dive into this makeup kit here. So I'm gonna take these little crayons and I'm gonna start with the white one. And then we're just gonna kind of roughly trace where I want the skull half of the face to be, and then, yeah, so I don't know where to go. I know I want your nose. So as you can see, maybe, I don't know, I drew like a white line kind of down the center of his face. And so half of that's gonna be the skull makeup and half of that's just gonna be his regular face, and I'm gonna try and do some cuts along there. I'm gonna try and do, since Austin didn't want to shave off his beard, I'm gonna use the glue stick method. So this method is basically you apply glue and loose powder like all over your eyebrows to make them stick down. I don't really think you're supposed to do it on beards per se, but we're gonna try. And you're supposed to have like the Elmer's purple glue stick, but I don't have one, so I have a really crappy like dollar store version. So we're gonna see how this goes. So I'm taking my e.l.f. It's the loose powder, the one that's in the big container. I'm gonna dump some of that out to get ready to put on his face. So I've been watching a couple videos on this today. Obviously I'm not the best person to like learn how to do this from, but I was watching some videos and it's like you're supposed to first of all go against the hair. So wipe like this way.
Ugh.
Ew. Down to get more glue, like a good coating on top. Maybe I can blast a little bit of glue on now. You just and then what we're gonna do next is set that with some loose powder. So I have an old beauty blender of mine. It's like gross and ripped. I don't even use it anymore, and we're just gonna take a bunch of powder and just go all over. I'm sorry about your hoodie. It's fine, it's just powder to wipe off. Eyebrows now, hopefully this goes better. I'm just gonna do this one eyebrow here.
Even though you are a worthless, greedy
Seems to be working better already. Once again, taking that same powder.
I didn't mean to hit the chair.
Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I think this will match you the best, my Revlon concealer, maybe a little bit of this L'Oreal Infallible foundation in the shade 103. And we're gonna try and cover that up. I'm just gonna use a flat foundation brush for that. Of where I want the skull to be on his skin, I just redrew that. Then I'm gonna use some pieces I got in this kit, and we're gonna start making the cut. So this I also have never done before, so I don't know how that's gonna turn out. The first thing I'm gonna use is scar skin. So it's like the Ben Nye, what is it called? The nose and scar wax, I think. So you're supposed to put Vaseline on your fingers so it doesn't get all stuck to you, but I don't have any, so I'm gonna use like lotion and hope for the best. I'm gonna take a fair chunk of that. I don't have very much of it in this kit. So I'm gonna put some liquid latex on the sponge that came in the kit and just kind of put that where I want the, oh god, where I want the first cut to go. not get your hair in it. I'm going to put a tiny bit more liquid latex over top of it, I think. You can see I've placed 3 cuts along where the lines on his face were.
They actually hurt.
Really? I'm going to cover them in foundation because they're bright. I don't know why, but this is weird. To make it the same color as his skin before we paint over them and make them into the cuts. As you can see here, what we've done so far is put the white face paint on and set it with translucent powder. So the next thing I think I'm going to do is work on the cuts. So I'm going to actually cut them open and then do some makeup on them. But I want to smooth them out a little bit first. So I'm going to take a flat brush.
A flat brush?
Tiny little scissors. And without cutting his face, I'm going to cut the cuts open. So.
The dead will walk here.
So now I'm just going to take some eyeshadow and like shade or add a little bit around the cuts. So I'm gonna take Bitten from Makeup Geek, which is a little bit more of a red tone.
Makeup Geek.
And I'm just gonna shade that around the outside. Smaller, more precise brush and kohl from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette, which is just a black. And I'm gonna shade on the inside of the cuts. A little bit of aubergine.
Aubergine.
With the tiniest bit of punch fuchsia from the same artist palette. Gave a little bit more purpley bruisey effect. And just like brush. And a little bit of fresh, which is yellow, and just apply that in like kind of random spots. I'm just gonna take a little lip brush and some fake theatrical blood and kind of place that strategically on the cuts. Next thing I'm gonna do is, included in that little kit there was a stippling sponge. So I'm going to take a little bit more blood on the stippling sponge, and then I'm just gonna kind of dot that around like the edges and that kind of thing. What we're gonna do to finish off the whole look is I'm gonna paint, on the skull side of the face, I'm gonna add in the black detailing. So I just have a couple reference pictures here. Take the cheekbone. I have a couple reference pictures on my phone, so I'm gonna start with that. If you can look. That.
A dream. Nothing exists save empty space and you are but a thought.
This is the finished look. I think I'm gonna title this like a fail. Honestly, if you watch the parts where I do the cuts, it turned out really good. This, however, was an absolute disaster, and I don't think I'm ever gonna do face painting ever again. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thanks, Austin, for being my guinea pig and for being in my video. Yeah, so talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.